editor of the Edison Report, and we are here at the second annual NYControlled in New York City, and I am joined by Chris O'Shea, the Director of Business Development for Control Force.
Correct.
Welcome, Chris.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I've learned a little bit about your company, and tell us a little bit kind of about the service you provide with regards to maintenance, and when the job is complete and everything is installed, what is your role?
We find at the end of a lot of installations, it may not be to the owner's expectations.
Right.
Some installations may fall a little bit short. Maybe it's got a little bit to do with the programming. Maybe it's got a little bit to do with the way the job came down, some field changes that weren't expected, so the system isn't quite what they thought it would be. So we kind of want to step in and clean things up a little bit, and at the same time give them a long-term relationship on the maintenance of that system. So depending upon the system, a lot of systems need regular maintenance. You look at a Leviton A2000 system or a Lutron graphic eye dimmer panel, they tend to collect a lot of dust over the years. So we provide a service to go in, clean them out, test everything, put everything through its paces, download all the program, put together an order of operations, and make sure that system is working the best that it can. As a result of that, if we find out something needs to be replaced, updated, or upgraded, we will offer that proposal to the owner. But we're looking for that long-term relationship with the owner.
Tell us a little bit about kind of, I guess, the lack of harmony between controls manufacturers and fixture manufacturers.
Yeah, well, needless to say, that's a big issue. And I was pleased to see recently that in specifications, people are starting to write a description for a lighting fixture integrator. Not just a lighting control systems integrator, but a lighting fixture integrator. Fixtures.
Wait. I don't know the difference.
Okay.
I know about integrators.
Okay.
And I view them as doing controls and fixtures.
Okay.
So speak to that.
There is now two different specifications for both a control systems integrator and a fixture integrator. Most of the time, they're probably handled by the same person. Maybe it depends on whether or not the control system's very complicated or not. Sometimes the fixture package can be more complicated than the control package. But the bottom line is, for a fixture to work with a control system, it has to be addressed properly. And that gets dropped a lot. Somebody doesn't understand that. And the controls guy is not going to do it. And the fixture guy maybe didn't include it in his package. But that gets dropped a lot. So a lot of times when we get called to troubleshoot jobs, the bottom line is the fixtures just were never addressed. It's just a matter of taking care of that. And a lot of this, in my opinion, has to do with the inconsistency in the way we're servicing the job site. And what I mean by that is a lot of manufacturers may not send the same guy back to the same job site. They may send different technicians. So let's say every project should have a pre-wire meeting, a discussion that here's what you need for controls, power, interconnect wiring, and locations. No, with the electrician.
Okay.
I'm talking about the installation.
Okay, not the specification.
Right, not the spec, but to be able to discuss the installation with the electrician, know your locations, know your power requirements, and you know your interconnect wiring. That's critical. And at that time, you can bring up the fact that once these fixtures are installed, they're going to have to be addressed. Who's going to do that? It's the only place to address that. Now, the trick is to have the same technician that does that pre-wire be the same one that does the startup later on the job.
I find this fascinating. Tell us a little bit about why you're referred to as the superheroes of the controls industry.
Well, it's just mostly has to do with our history and the jokes that, we can't make it today because our cape is at the cleaners, or I'll put my cape on and I'll be there tomorrow. It had a lot to do with that. We would come up with different characters. One of them is a classic for us is Mr. Interference. It's when you have a tech on site and you need someone to keep everybody from bothering them. So Mr. Interference is there to make sure nobody bothers the tech while he's working. So it came up to that sort of thing. And really it was when we were announcing the new company, the superhero concept has to do with the fact that we're not afraid to speak out of turn. We're not afraid to say, this is where your problem is. Or even better, the sweeping statement, if it's not working, you're all guilty. Right? You're all guilty until you're proven innocent. And a lot of technicians are hesitant to do that, either because it's not within their scope, or they're working directly for a manufacturer and you're held by the manufacturer's scope of work. But it's to be able to say to the electrician, open up that junction box. We want to take a look at it. Open up that fixture. I guarantee you your driver is miswired. It's just being willing to go that extra step, go the extra mile, and help these guys resolve the issues without saying, we can't do it. The last thing we want to do is say, we can't help you, and then walk off a job. That would never happen with this company. We will call other technicians, we will get the factory on the phone, we'll do whatever we can to make sure that before we leave, everybody knows what's going on and we have some sort of a solution.
Love that. All right, Chris, thank you.
Thank you for the time.